tell them that they're thing. They said we got bingo people. They tell them all they gotta go to the top.
Yeah, like Bryan Station, they definitely, because we don't have very much room in there.
Guess what? We're gonna head back there. I'm gonna put his bag over there. Here. I'm not gonna go nowhere.
I'm gonna close this lid if y'all want here.
No, I don't care.
Belfry
There's a ladder on the other side too.
Pirates are the visiting team. Their captains. Number 12, Avery Browning. 50
We're gonna keep this closed, so just open if you need to go down.
is Austin Blankenship. 59, Austin Fields. And
It's looking at
86,
me like I was
Justin
crazy.
Barker.
Ready to get heat coming up.
Home team Paducah.
We are returning back to action here in this one. This time, though, we've got Belfry taking on Paducah, and Paducah is the home team, and they are in the blue with the white pants, the blue stripe. And, of course, Paducah in the red with the red stripe on the helmet, white helmet. And we're ready to roll with the kickoff. Darren Douglas will be here shortly with us with your play-by-play. Until then, I'm going to fill in for him as Paducah trying to return the kickoff and nowhere to go. So we'll start with the 1st and 10 here for Paducah. Excuse me, for Belfry.
Ball down by Michael Askew, number 8. Ball's at the 28.
Together.
It's 1st and 10 for the Pirates.
So the Belfry Pirates. Who's that?
Food.
More food.
Ball carrier 22, Joe Stafford.
Whew, that's a long walk for an old man, I'm telling you. Whew.
Welcome back, Darren Douglas.
Well, with Belfry dressed in all red and white,
Tax credit 79, Alan Smith.
and Paducah in the blue jerseys, white helmets, white pants. And a whistle and a stoppage of play here on 2nd down and 8. It'll be a false start against Belfry.
I think I made the mistake of saying Paducah was on both sides in both colors there. I meant Belfry was in the red with the white helmets. I said Paducah first.
I'm not going to go there.
I don't know, man. It's been a long day, brother. I'm going to let you handle the professional broadcasting. I'm just going to stick over here to the producing part.
Okay. They'll give it off here, coming to the near side. That is number 43, Peyton Hensley on the carry for Belfry. He's going to get up close to a first down. He's going to be about a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 38-yard line for the Pirates.
I want to welcome everybody tuning into this one. Got a lot of people watching this game tonight.
Especially all the way back up there in Pike County and down in the western part of the state. We are literally going from Paducah to Pikeville. Here's a run right up the middle. And a nice explosive run by number 27, Ethan Smith.
That's exactly the words that I was going to try to filter through my voice. Was explosive.
And you'll see, we talk about high school programs that have amazing tradition. Belfry is one, and it's just simply because their younger programs run the same offense as the high school program, the wishbone double tight formation. They turn, fake it, counter play. This is Hensley off the left side. He breaks the tackle to 33, goes inside the 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
We said peace, brah. Peace, brah.
Belfry. As Hensley, he broke a tackle at about the 38-yard line, spun off of that, and then it was turning on the afterburners. And Belfry leads it 6-0 with 5:42 to play in the first quarter. Now the 2-point conversion coming. It'll be the wishbone. They turn. They give it off to, is that Hensley again?
Yeah. Did not get in, but.
It's 23 actually for Belfry. That is Andrew No. And he is stopped short of the 2-point conversion. But with 5:42 to play in the opening quarter, it's Belfry 6, Paducah nothing. We'll be back with the kickoff on PrepSpin.com.
For over 100 years, Russell Athletic has built the uniforms that transform individual athletes into teams. Teams united in passion for the game and unapologetic in their desire to win. Whether you're celebrating a hard-earned championship or heading back to the gym for next season, when teams come together, Russell Athletic will be there, always. I'm Mark Ingram, I wear Russell Athletic, and I play for team.
Welcome back as Belfry will kick off after the touchdown run from Hensley. It is picked up at the 25-yard line, giving ground and dropped at the 21-yard line.
There was 2 in there on the tackle there for Belfry. Shoestring tackle right there.
Seth Mounts on the tackle of Michael Askew for Paducah.
First and 10 for the Tornadoes.
Michael Askew, spelled M-A-K-E-L. So Paducah will get the ball from their own 21, trailing 6-0 early on. They give it off to Askew, running right. Splits 2 defenders and gets it up over the 20, maybe about the 22 or the 23-yard line. And on the stop for Belfry was number 8, Ben Bentley, and Austin Fields for Belfry.
We need to thank some of our sponsors while we got an opportunity for the network on PrepSpin, and that's the Kentucky Center for Orthodontics, home of Doctors Durbin, Wong, and Gardner. Also Dallin Dental over in Nicholasville and Harrisburg. Dr. Jason Dallin, I'm bringing him actually on as a partner with PrepSpin.
That'll work. They'll give it off to a little scat back here. That's number 28, if I can tell. That is Jaden Freeman. And he's out up over the 30-yard line for Paducah, and a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line for the Tornado of Paducah Middle School.
If you guys are watching us on the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to our channel if you don't mind. We're trying to break 1,000 subscribers, and
they pitch it back to Askew, swinging wide right. He has an alley, cuts it up over the 35, dives ahead to about the 38-yard line. Gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for Paducah. Now Belfry has a huge tradition in football. So does Paducah. Wishbone formation from the Tornado. They give it off to Askew, running right, hemmed in, breaks a tackle, gets it to the 39, and that'll be all right there. It'll be 3rd down. And a long let's call it 4. 3rd and 4 with 3:45 clock running, opening period of play. In game number 7, we got one more. Meade County and Jefferson County Traditional Middle School. But we just started this one, so really we technically have 2 more still. Full house backfield. They turn. They give it off. Fumble on the play. And Belfry may have it.
Yep.
Belfry may have it. Let's see.
Yep, Belfry's
It is
got
Belfry football. A turnover on Paducah. Looked like maybe just an exchange handoff between quarterback and running back, and I think the running back was Askew. Just maybe it looked like the quarterback didn't get enough depth to hand the ball off to Askew, and it hit the running back on his hip and fell to the ground, and Belfry covered it, and I didn't see who recovered the fumble. Did you see?
Didn't see who picked it up. I believe it was number 2 in there, but I could be wrong.
Wishbone formation, and we're going to get an offsides call on Paducah. So they compound it with a turnover, and now a 5-yard penalty on the very next play. And timeout Paducah, and they're going to try to call a timeout and settle their ball club down. Timeout on the field with 3:23 to play in the opening quarter. 6-0 Belfry. Back with more exciting middle school football action on PrepSpin.com. Back to Lexington Catholic High School. It feels like I've been here for 24 hours. Not quite, but close enough, 12. It'll be Belfry football at the Paducah 32-yard line. 1st and 5 after the 5-yard mark off for offsides against the Tornado. They give it belly second man through. That is Hensley again.
Well, he just got so much firepower coming out of that huddle there. As soon as that ball's handed off to him.
Well, you know, we've talked all throughout the day about how teams that run the same offense that their varsities use are at a huge advantage. But think about this. You are from a small town in the far reaches of eastern Kentucky. All you know is Belfry Pryor football.
Mm-hmm. That's all they know. You're right.
We have a flag on the play. Actually, officials timeout. Before the snap, we had a football get loose on the field from kids playing in the behind the barrier.
Ask all the spectators, please refrain from throwing things onto the field.
Well, they're going to say the throwing on thing, but I guarantee you they didn't come out there on purpose.
No.
You take those kids' fun away on the side over there, and I guarantee you they didn't throw the football out there on purpose. They just got out there because they got a little excited. Back to action we come. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line of Paducah. Belfry. They fake it. They throw it, looking for the man.
Open.
Caught it. Touchdown, Belfry.
Yes, sir.
Looking for the big tight end, Justin Kennedy. I'm sorry, that's Justin Barker. 86 instead of 88. Touchdown, Belfry, and it's 12-0 in favor of Belfry. So the 2-point conversion.
Young man is pumped up.
They turn, they give it off
He's
to
in.
number 27. That is Ethan Smith for the 2-point conversion. It's 14-0. 2:25 to go in the first quarter. It's Belfry 14, Paducah nothing. Back with a kickoff on more here on PrepSpin.com. Short kick taken at the 35-yard line by one of the up men for Paducah. Brandarius Hamilton on the return for Paducah. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tornado at their own 45-yard line.
We've got 101 households tuning into this particular game already.
You know why? They have nothing else to do.
Oh, that one was blocked at the line.
Pass knocked up in the air and it falls incomplete. Looked like number 86, that's Justin Barker, who caught the pass, a touchdown pass a moment ago. We have an illegal shift on on Paducah.
You look like Dwight Howard on that one.
Maybe a 5-yard penalty for an illegal shift on Paducah. It'll be 1st and 15.
Told him you can't bring that stuff in here.
The Tornado back out the huddle. They go to the wishbone formation. The wide out is to the right side. They turn. They give it off to the fullback.
Uh-oh.
Straight up the middle. That is
Number 7.
number 7. That is Devin Ford for the Tornado. He gets 10 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Tornado, who need points bad here on this drive, trailing already 14-0.
We were talking about schools with unique nicknames, and the Tornado's got to be one, right?
Possibly. Here's a nice defensive play from number 33.
About the
Grayson Cook.
Marshall County Thunder and Herd?
Marshals. No, Marshall County Marshals.
Is it Marshalls?
Yes, sir.
Who's the Thunder? I'm thinking about the
You're thinking
college.
Marshall University.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. My bad.
Most unusual nickname I've ever heard of with schools that play football too goes up to Erlanger Lloyd in northern Kentucky. They're called the Juggernauts.
Oh, okay.
They turn. They give it off to the fullback Ford. He squirts free, gets a first down into Belfry territory inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. So the fullback for Paducah making play, and we have an injured Belfry Pirate down at about the 38-yard line at the point of the tackle. We'll take a break here with 1:14 to play in the first quarter. Back with more on PrepSpin.com. Injured player still down for Belfry at about the 38-yard line on the far side for the Pirates. Trivia question here is this.
Let's hear it.
And it's not going to be a trivia question. This is going to be one where everybody will get. The Pirates of Belfry have made the 3A state championship game 4 years in a row. They lost 3 in a row before winning last year 3-0 over Wayne County.
Okay.
Their head coach, Philip Haywood, has been at the school for about 35 years. He is now the state's all-time winningest football coach.
Wow.
So congratulations to Philip Haywood. And he's not hard to find. He's a coat and a tie kind of guy. But even better than that, you can tell where he's at if you don't see the coat and tie. Because he has these old-style headsets. They have these huge earpieces on them. You can see them. It looks like he's got some satellite dishes on the side of his head. They are these huge things. He refuses to give them up because he's old school, and he has a very serious affection for ritual and all that kind of stuff. The injured player is still down for Belfry, and he is being attended to for about 20 people around him right now.
Yeah, there's
Well, somebody keeping his attention away from what they're doing. But unfortunately, it has not looked good here for the young man from Belfry. So,
well, talking about injury, let's talk about what happened over in L.A. the other night. Julius Randle in his rookie debut.
wait a minute, hold on. Weren't you a couple of games ago, Sid? Quit
Yes,
bringing
I
up
did.
basketball.
I
This is football.
I did say that, but hey, it's an opportunity
Folks,
here to talk about it.
Well, I know, and I actually saw the video replay of it, and it was nasty.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's this young man's leg. I hope not, and that's not a good sign. So we've got timeout on the field, and we may be delayed for just a few more minutes. So we'll take a couple of minute break, and we'll be back here to Lexington Catholic High School on PrepSpin.com.
For over 100 years, Russell Athletic has built the uniforms that transform individual athletes into teams. Teams united in passion for the game and unapologetic in their desire to win. Whether you're celebrating a hard-earned championship or heading back to the gym for next season, when teams come together, Russell Athletic will be there, always. I'm Mark Ingram. I wear Russell Athletic, and I play for team.
Looked like the injured player for Belfry was Seth Mounts. And looked like an arm injury of some type. So he riding off on the golf cart. And with 1:12 to go, it'll be 1st and 10 for Paducah from the Belfry 38-yard line. I formation behind the quarterback. They give it off to Askew. Straight up the middle. Cuts it back. 5-10. Touchdown, Paducah. And sometimes the weight benefits the team that might be on their heels, and the team who has all the momentum gets a little flat-footed. So a touchdown after the delay. It's 14-6 now in favor of Belfry with a 2-point conversion coming from Paducah. Askew dots the I. They turn, they give it to him. He's hit in the backfield and dropped at the 4-yard line, so the 2-point conversion is no good. But Paducah gets a much-needed score after the injury timeout, and with 53.4 seconds to play before the end of the quarter. It's Belfry 14, Paducah 6. Back with more action on PrepSpin.com.
Life is easy when things are in balance.
Why is the credit card bill $6,000?
Mom, Dad, I just got accepted to college.
Mom, I'm getting married.
Life can get out of balance fast. Find balance with Whitaker Bank. Solutions for your life. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
It'll be Jackson Fristow to kick off for Tillman, and he kind of pooches it over here, and we have a whistle before the ball is caught by one of the up men on the front line, Cameron Maynard. It'll be offsides against Paducah on the kicking team, so they'll back it up 5 yards. And they'll kick it from the 35 instead of the 40 now.
That'll move the ball back 5 yards. Paducah will be kicking from the 35.
Back deep for Belfry will be number 12. Avery Browning is one. And he is the sole safety back deep right in the middle of the field at the 25-yard line. And again, offsides. This time it's on Belfry. We'll move it back to the 5 yards that they just got from Tillman. Oh, I guess nobody that hadn't blown the ball in play, I guess. Okay. So we'll try it one more time. The third time's a charm, right?
That's right.
At least that's what I've always been told.
That's what they say.
So Fristow will try it again. This is actually not Fristow this time. This is number 24. And it'll bounce up
Nice
into the hands of number 8, and he is going to be dropped at the 30. 24 was Colby Krim, who kicked off with the left foot that time for Tillman. It was Ben Bentley who was dropped for a -5 on the kickoff return. It'll be 1st and 10 Belfry, actually -4 at the 31-yard line of the Pirates, who lead it 14-6 with 48.8 seconds to play in the first quarter. They turn, they give it off to, I believe that's Ethan Smith on the carry. It is actually number 27, that is, Ethan Smith on the carry. He gets up to the 35, gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 for Belfry, as we're under 30 seconds to play here in the opening quarter of play. Wishbone formation behind the quarterback. That's Browning. He turns, gives it off to Smith, and he's dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Actually, they're going to give him a loss of a yard back to the 34-yard line. 3rd and 6. That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Belfry 14, Paducah 6. Back with more here from Lexington on PrepSpin.com. He comes back to action. Belfry will have it 3rd and 6 from the 34-yard line in their own territory. The Pirates lead at 14-6. Darren Douglas along with William Warfield. They give it. Nope. Browning keeps it on the quarterback keeper. He'll get up close to the 40-yard line. He'll be a couple of yards short.
Brought down by Cody Trim, 24.
Is
Lost 39.
Colby Krim, number 24 for Tillman, makes the tackle, or for Paducah, I should say. Fourth and 2. They turn. They give it off to Hensley, who keeps the feet churning. He'll get the first down at the Belfry 44-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 and a first down. Askew
Gain the first down at the 40.
Shall receive. Ask you, shall receive.
Wow. I have nothing. On the tackle for Paducah. They turn, they give it off to the fullback. Nope, they're going to run the option to the left side. Browning on the keeper around the left side. He has room. 40, 35. Cuts it back into the middle of the field. Knocked down inside the 30, and a flag flies to the backside of the play.
Good run.
A nice gain for Browning, and we're going to get what? It was behind the play. He went down at the 28. The flag comes out at the 32 of Belfry. It is a holding call against the Pirates. But it's coming from the spot of the foul. It's only a 10-yard penalty. Still should be a Belfry first down. They mark it off from the 32-yard line to the 42. It will be a Belfry first down, but you knock off 10 yards off the run from Browning. 6:49 to play in the second quarter. It's 14-6 Belfry, but they have the football and driving on Paducah. They give it off. Nope, Browning back to throw, a screen pass.
Nobody home.
And now we're getting a flag. And may get pass interference, I don't know. But the ball went past the line of scrimmage, so we'll see what we call here. We have a big discussion between the umpire and the white hat, and they're going to wave it off.
Flag has been waved off. Second down and 10.
It'll be second down and 10 at the Paducah 42-yard line. 6:31 to play before halftime. One more game to go. It'll be Meade County and Jefferson County Traditional Middle School. Wide receiver to the right side. Full house backfield behind Browning. Option. They pitch it back to Smith. Gets around the corner. Another flag flies. He breaks a tackle at the 35. Gets a first down at the 25. But a holding call coming up on Belfry at about the 30-yard line. Actually, it's going to come up at the 38-yard line. So let's see. Got a block in the back against Belfry. We'll move it back 5 yards. And it'll be actually, you're right, it is a 10-yard penalty, and it's going to move it back to the 49-yard line. So we'll go second down and 17 from the 49-yard line of Paducah. Nobody wide this time for Belfry. Everybody in tight. Browning changing the play, calls it, turns, crossbuck action, and the ball's loose. And Paducah on the stop as Smith was just swallowed up. I thought the ball came loose, but it didn't. And a stop by Colby Krim for Paducah. It'll bring up third and long. It'll be timeout Belfry. So with 5:21 to play in the first half, timeout Belfry. The Pirates lead it over the Tornado of Paducah by a score of 14-6. Back with more action here on PrepSpin.com. We come back to Lexington Catholic High School here in Lexington. It's Belfry with a 3rd and 19 from their own 49-yard line. Browning, the option the other way. Hensley has it bounced straight back up to him. He's got the corner. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20. Inside the 20, or excuse me, the 30, inside the 25-yard line.
Nice run.
A little option pitch. And I asked people a couple of years ago when Belfry was here, when I was doing these games, and I asked, at the middle school level, do you tell them give, keep, or pitch? And he said, no, it's basically he's reading the end when he comes out after faking to the fullback. He'll tell him to give it to the fullback, but everything after that, it is on the quarterback, whether he's going to pitch it or keep it.
Sure.
Hensley, the right half back, is having a pretty good first half here. They turn. They give it off to the fullback this time. Bangs ahead inside the 10-yard line down to about the 7. Is that Johnny Wolford? What's the number? Did you pick up that number there? That's 22. That is Joe Chafin. First and goal from the 9. 4.5 to go in the first half. Belfry looking for more. Leading 14-6 right here. Wide out right. They turn. They give it off to Smith. Straight ahead, and he'll get down to the 4.
Brought down by Arcadian Patterson, number 76. Gain of 4.
Patterson on the stop for Paducah.
$3.50 left to go in this first half of play, Darren Douglas.
Yep, and we have a 2nd and goal for Belfry. Browning on the keeper around the left side. He'll go in, standing up. Touchdown, Belfry. Avery Browning with a touchdown keeper, and it's Belfry on top 20-6 with 3:39 to play. Nice run by the quarterback Browning. A couple of nice runs on that drive. He got one on 3rd and 19 that got him a first down. And they came back to the same play, going to the same side, and he gets the 5-yard touchdown run. And with 3:39 to go, it's a 14-point Belfry lead, looking to increase it with a 2-point conversion pending. They turn, they give it off. Nope, they're going to fake it. They're going to throw in the corner. Tipped away at the last minute by Devin Ford, number 7 for Paducah, to keep the score right where it's at. So 3:39 to play in the first half. It's score Belfry 20, Paducah 6. Back with more here on PrepSpin.com.
for Paducah.
Grayson Cook to kick it away for Belfry, who leads by 14, 20-6 after a 5-yard touchdown run from Avery Browning. This one squibbed on the ground. It got loose from the Paducah player there, but he falls back on it. That's number 28, Jaden Freeman for the Tornado that was able to fall on the loose ball.
I want to remind fans that you can tweet your shout-outs to us on Twitter. Get on Twitter and just create a tweet and make sure you put @PrepSpin, that little @ symbol, and then PrepSpin, PrepSpin, and give your shout-out to your favorite player, team, coach. Let us know how we're doing. We'd love to hear your feedback.
2 wing backs to either side. Lone running back behind the quarterback. And a whistle and the stoppage of play, and we're going to get a false start here on the near side against Paducah.
False start.
We'll back them up 5 yards.
5-yard penalty. Ball back to the 35. First down, 15.
It'll be 1st and 15. Brett Bundy is the quarterback for Tillman. Listen to me, I'm still for Paducah. Same formation from Paducah. They throw it out to the right side. It's caught. They'll get the original penalty yardage back up to the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Tillman. It was Titus White on the reception.
Brought down by Justin Barker, 86.
Justin Barker out there on the tackle for Belfry as we move on. 3 minutes to go in the first half. They throw it out this way here to Askew. Same play. Cuts it back in the middle. Has room to run. He'll get up near the first down. He's going to be about 1.5 yards short. A nice tackle in the open field. I believe by number 1, Chase Oliver. We have a Paducah player down at the 48-yard line. And it looks like number 73, Xavier Chappell.
D West Diet says he says go Belfry Middle School Pirates. So he's rooting on his Pirates. He sent that from Facebook.
Okay, so we have a Facebook response. Glad everybody's listening and watching
like
online.
Us on Facebook too. Dagan says, shout out to number 12, Avery Browning, and the rest of the Pirates. Support all the way from Florida from Dagan Rash.
The injured player is number 73, Xavier Chappell for Paducah. It looks like maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him, or maybe his bell rung, but coming off the field and is under his own power, which is a good sign for Paducah.
Here's another one. Shout out to my favorite coach, Cody West. PrepSpin, go BMS.
Third and long, 1. Ball's at the 49.
It'll be 3rd and a long 1 for Paducah at their own 49-yard line. They need to get to the midfield stripe.
Here's one aimed at you.
Uh-oh.
There's a little comment you said earlier.
We're going to get a legal procedure penalty on Paducah. That'll back them up 5 yards and make it 3rd and 6 now.
Check this out. Jason Sesko says, really, we watch because we have nothing better to do. We watch to support the soon-to-be three-peat state champs Belfry, he says. Well, that was all up in your face right there.
It really wasn't directed at Belfry or Paducah. What it was there was that many people watching because nothing to do on Saturday night. Just in general.
Hey, man. This is.
But we're glad you are listening and watching.
We were very glad and We appreciate you.
Because if you weren't listening and watching, we wouldn't be here.
We appreciate you watching.
Am I correct?
Danny and the rest of the Pirates. That comes from Mabel, Pirate Pride.
Well, they have a lot up there in the mountains, that's for sure.
So we know a lot of our viewers tonight is the Belfry folks.
That we're hearing from anyway.
Those tweets are still coming in. My phone's blowing up over here.
Well, that was a high throw, and I believe that was intended for Jaden Freeman. It was a little tall for him and incomplete. It'll be third and about 7 to go and a timeout, Paducah.
We're going to read some more of these tweets, so keep them coming at PrepSpin, folks, at PrepSpin.
We'll keep it right here. We'll go ahead and read some more.
Jacob Thacker says, let's bring back another championship to the Pond Creek Nation. Protect this house. PrepSpin. That was a hashtag, protect this house. So I guess maybe it's an Under Armour school or something.
I don't know.
Derek Rash says, cheering the Young Bucks all the way from Florida again. Kristen says, let's go blue. Let's go blue, baby. She says, your Paducah family is cheering for you. The Watkins family's watching. Also, another shout out to the Pirates from another Belfry fan. Says also the Belfry Middle School cooks are watching the ball game tonight. So they must have a late night at the school or something.
Either that or they're having a party together for the weekend to watch the game this weekend.
Man, those.
Well, I told you, I mean, a lot of these communities, especially when you get into the smaller communities around the state, have a very close-knit group.
Shout out to Megan says, shout out to Paducah Middle School boys for your cheerleaders. Sorry we couldn't make the trip, but we're watching. Go Big Blue.
Askew with a big run on 4th and 7. He gets the first down into Belfry territory all the way down to the Pirate 40-yard line. He rips off 17 and give Paducah a first down.
Sorry about that. Our tripod wasn't
a minute 25 to go in this one in the first half. 20-6. Belfry on top and a timeout. An official's timeout.
I want to send a shout out to Natasha Cummings, who's watching the ball game tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Whew. I'm going to have to hire somebody just to monitor the Twitter over here.
They bring a man in motion and a flag on the play. I think he started upfield a little too quick.
Is that ball loose or
no? Askew just went down funny.
Flag on the play.
Nice tackle down low by number 3. That's John Ashurst. And I think they're going to get the man in motion for Paducah. Started upfield before the ball was snapped. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Tornado. Or actually, I think are they going to deny it, or no? They're going to take the penalty. So a 5-yard penalty. First and 15 for Paducah. 1 more to go after the conclusion of this one. It'll be Meade County and Jefferson County Traditional.
At halftime, folks, make sure you keep those tweets coming, and we'll read those during halftime. We got about a 10-minute half, so love to read some more of them tweets.
Askew setting deep as the quarterback. He'll throw it deep and incomplete. A lot of jostling for position there as Bundy let it go and incomplete. It was intended for number 20, that is Ray Hamilton. It'll be 2nd down and 15 for the Tornado.
Lizel Mizzle. Lizel Mizzle on Twitter wants to give a shout out to all our homies working for the state title, Pirate Pride.
They adjust the player for Paducah to the left. And a flag flies again as they didn't get set.
Yep.
They give it back to Askew, and he is straightened up and battles to the 40-yard line, the original line of scrimmage, but we're going to have illegal motion against Paducah again.
Brought down by Ben Brantley.
Tasha Cummins says JCTMS getting ready to play football. It's almost game time, she says.
Got about an hour before that one gets underway here. We're probably going to be about an hour and a half later than the scheduled kickoff for that one.
So we already got some fans tuning in for that.
I am so glad I have Monday off. I really am.
You know, being a superstar like yourself, you deserve a day off every now and then.
Well, for the last month and a half, I've been going full bore 7 days a week. So, second down and 20 for Paducah. They give it off to Askew. He breaks the tackle in the backfield, breaks another one. Outside he goes. He'll get inside the sticks and get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Avery Browning, number 12.
As timeout Paducah with 8.6 seconds to play in the first half.
Ball is at 37.
Give Askew 13. It'll be 3rd and 7 to go from the 37-yard line of Belfry. Timeout Paducah Tillman, or Paducah, I guess Paducah Middle. I'm going to get it right here before it's over with. You have the more tweets.
Man, they keep coming.
They're blowing us up from Belfry, it seems like, huh?
A lot of Belfry fans on here. We got Jefferson County already starting to tweet, and then Paducah's got some fans out there watching as well. So make sure to keep those tweets coming. We'll keep putting them on air as much as we can. Dara Kinzer says, big shout out to my nephew Cameron Menard, number 35. Go BMS.
It'll be 3rd and 7 for Paducah from
I said
the
somebody's
Belfry
name
37.
wrong.
Maynard, you mean?
No, the one called Lizzle, I think.
And again, we have a false start against Paducah. Devin Ford, who had lined up in the tight end position on the left side, he was about 3 yards downfield before the ball was snapped. It'll be 3rd and 12 now.
3rd down and 12.
My apologies. I think it was. I think her name's Lindsay Miller, but on Twitter she goes by Lizzle Mizzle. Whatever.
Lindsay,
whatever
I have
is.
no control over William. I'll tell you that right now. As long as you're listening, I have no control over him.
That name is going to be famous though here tonight. I can tell you that.
I wished I could control him, but he is totally out of control.
Mary Conley is tuning in tonight. And she just says she's tuning in. She didn't tell me who she's
rooting for or anything.
She
well,
followed us.
I tell you what, on Twitter, why don't somebody ask us a question?
Jacob Thacker says, "Let's bring back another championship to the Pond Creek Nation once again." Shout out to Belfry. Bring another trophy back to the mountains. And that comes from John Bevins.
Okay. I'd love for our Twitter Nation out there to ask us a question.
Shout out to my Pirates. Great job, PrepSpin. I look forward to spending this evening and tomorrow with you guys at PrepSpin. That came from Slater.
Good deal, Slater. We hope you tweet us as soon as you log in tomorrow and let us know you're watching and listening for us tomorrow.
Belfry Nation now claiming that they're blowing my phone up.
Yep. 3rd and 12. They throw it up for grabs. It's incomplete. Hamilton went up. He had it, and as he came down, I think that was Browning who punched it away from him from behind with 2.3 to play, and it's 4th and 12.
I got tweets coming in saying Belfry is proud for blowing my phone up.
Well, there you go. I would like our Twitter Nation out there to text us a question. Ask us anything you want football related. Maybe we can answer it, maybe we can't.
Cheyenne Stepp says, "Let's go Belfry Middle School." And then Jacob Thacker, this one's for my brother. Shout out to all the boys of the fall from Belfry. I tell you what, it may be fall still, but it feels like winter.
Oh, holy moly. Now we got 12 men on the illegal substitution with Paducah. I think they've got 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3.
These guys are great, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, there's 12. And I still think there's 12.
12 men on the field.
Belfry fans, I tell you what, you're now my favorite fan base because of all the tweets that you're sending in. Thank you so much, and thank you for the support.
4th and 17 now after the 5-yard penalty against Paducah. Askew is split way out here to the left side. They throw it out here to him. He cuts it back all the way across the field. He's still on his feet, going to be dropped. That's the way the first half ends. An exciting almost as he got away as Askew, but the end of the first half. It's Belfry on top of Paducah here at the halftime break by a score of 20-6. Back with more here on PrepSpin.com. We'll keep it right here. We'll get more of your tweets. How about that?
Yeah, we'll keep it right here. I tell you what, we're going to put the camera on the crowd over there. Some of the Belfry fans over there, and you can. Why don't you text them if you know somebody over there and tell them that they're on TV tonight.
Tell them to wait.
So
Not
let's
do
go.
anything silly.
We'll just go right in here. So if you know somebody there, why don't you text them and let them know, and maybe they'll wave at the camera at you.
Did we get any questions up there a while ago?
Do what?
Any questions come in?
Oh, we got, man, they're blowing my phone up.
Are you that slow? Come on now.
Announcers are doing good.
Thought you were Mr.
Mary Conley
Twitter.
says you're doing great.
Thank you, Mary. The check's in the mail, Mary.
Jacob Thacker says PrepSpin, that's about right. I'm not sure what that
I don't
pertains
either.
to.
I guess he's paying us a compliment there. I'm not hip on this young talk.
Well,
I know enough to know what bling is. I know that. But that's the extent of my teenage lingo.
Mabel says, thank you. She says, PrepSpin, thank you.
Well, that pretty much says it right there. Thank you, Hugh. Oh, you do? Oh, that's my fault. I didn't catch it the last time, did I? Hugh said, well, thank you for letting me bring you the wrong stat sheet over here for 3 quarters. He brought me the wrong. He had the right stats, but the wrong teams.
Oh, that's all good. Well,
I never saw it.
They had them flipped again. But it's all good. Tweets keep coming in here. Mitchell Coleman says, let's go Pirates. The Coleman's family watching. Big shout out to my buddy Nate Helton. Hashtag let's go Pirates. Hashtag PrepSpin. And let's see, at PrepSpin, who is your picks for the high school state champs, all classes? That's a question for Darren Douglas.
For me. Class A. Right now, I like Frankfurt.
That's a
like
good choice.
Frankfurt and Jalen Washington. They're as deep as they've been in a long time. Although Mayfield, I'm gonna pick Mayfield and Frankfurt in the finals, and I'd love to see Frankfurt get it done, but they've got to go through Beechwood.
Yeah.
So I'm going
all
with
right,
Frankfurt.
So that's Class A.
That's
Let's go
Class A.
Class 2A. Who do you like?
2A. If he stays healthy, look out for Caldwell County.
Caldwell County. All right, and you're talking about the young quarterback that's got all the passing records right now.
Elijah Sindelar.
Yep.
He's actually the all-time state
He's
leader in
committed
touchdown
to Purdue.
passes. Committed to Purdue. Kentucky missed out on him.
Yep. So Class 3A.
Oh, I'd be crazy for all the people listening in Belfry.
Okay.
I'd be crazy not to pick Belfry.
We're picking Belt. Yeah, we're gonna definitely pick Belfry.
Mama
for
raised
Class
no
3.
dummy.
Hey, and
Trust
it
me.
starts. Listen to me. It
It
starts right here.
It
at this
really
middle
does.
school.
It actually starts lower than that.
Yeah.
I have actually been to a game at Belfry, and it is absolutely the most ridiculous atmosphere you'll ever go to.
We haven't got any calls from Coach from the high school coach at Belfry yet to come down and broadcast the game, but I'm telling you, Belfry fans.
Well, he's old school. He
I
doesn't
love
care
you so
if you're there or
much.
not. He knows
I
he's
love
going to
you
get a
so
sold
much
out crowd
already.
anyway.
So invite us down. We'll come down and we'll do one of your games.
One of the class gentlemen. I will tell you this: Coach Hay was one of the class gentlemen ever coached a game of football in the state of Kentucky.
By the way, we can do multiple camera, Darren Douglas.
Well, I can't do multiple camera, but you might be able to.
Well, Yeah,
I can do a handstand to call the ball game. You want to see that one?
We can make it look as much like television as possible, folks. So
okay, so we're at 3A. Like I said, I'd be crazy if all the listeners and viewers we got, I would go against
4A. I don't think anybody's playing any better right now than Boyle County.
County, I would agree.
And Lexington Catholics played a tough schedule this year too.
I would agree. Because I don't know much about the western part of the state when it comes to 4A. I would have to say whoever comes out of this half of the state, whether it be Boyle County or Catholic or Highlands.
Yeah.
And Highlands is not the Highlands of old, folks. They're not bad, but they're not the Highlands of old. I got to go with Boyle County, though. They are playing the best all-around football.
But you got to remember, last week when they played over at Madison Southern, Harris wasn't in the ball game.
I agree,
right?
But Harris is 5A, too. Madison Southern's 5A.
But yeah, I know Madison Southern's 5A, but I'm talking about when Boyle County was on the road this past Friday night and they ran over Madison Southern. Now Harris didn't play, so don't let that score dictate your thought.
That's totally. I'm
Lexington
just saying
Catholic did beat Boyle County this year.
Yeah, but I'm saying all around right now, defensively, offensively, special teams, Boyle County's playing the best.
Okay, all right. So we're going to pick Boyle County. You're going to pick Boyle County. I'm going to stick with my Knights because I'm dedicated to Lexington Catholic.
Your checks too.
I love Lexington Catholic and. I love Brad Carter and everything he does. So, yes, ma'am.
5A until somebody knocks them off.
5A.
Bowling Green.
They
are the champs till somebody beats them.
Now I'm saying Damian Harris coming back next week. Everybody knows.
I know.
Is this going to be his?
No.
Is this going to be his run into the?
Not enough to go. Not enough to get past Pulaski South. Excuse me. Not enough to get past Southwestern.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you now, till somebody knocks them off, Bowling Green's 5A champs again.
Okay. All right. So we're going with Bowling Green in 5A, and then we got 6A, and I don't think anybody out there is better. I hate to say it because I do not like them, Darren Douglas. I can't stand them. I'll be honest with everybody. Scott County is probably going to win.
Scott County is the favorite because they are the defending champions. But, however, do not overlook Henry Clay. Do not overlook Bryan Station.
Yep.
Do not overlook Meade County from down the east. And by the way, don't sleep on Simon Kenton. And guess who I'm picking to win it all? Simon Kenton.
You're picking Simon Kenton. I'm going to take my sleeper. I'm going to say Scott County, but I'm going to say my sleeper team is going to be Bryan Station because Bryan Station has been playing without their star.
Well, if you're going to pick a sleeper in 6A, I got a sleeper for you. Simon Kenton's my team to win at 6A. Sleeper.
You guys are getting a halftime show here. You're getting a halftime show from some experts right now.
Sleeper team in 6A, Dixie Heights.
Okay. I like that pick. I do. There you go, folks. There's your.
Now don't hold me to it because next week they may all those picks may change.
Jason, what do you think? Are we on par, Jason? Is that about right? What are your thoughts? So let us know through Twitter once again. And again, we're blessed to have all this.
Yeah, we are.
All these tweets coming.
And again, I have been to some great atmospheres as far as ball games being played at. I've been to Belfry. I've been blessed to go to a lot of different places. I've been to Belfry and done a game. Not done a game. I've been actually just in attendance. I have been to Log Mountain, which is Bell County. That is unbelievable atmosphere down there, especially when Dudley Hilton was down on the sidelines.
Yeah.
I have actually been all the way to Paducah Tillman to a game. So I have been all over this state and having a good time. So
the fans know they're on.
They do?
Yeah, they do. They're smiling and waving there.
I don't want anybody over
somebody's
there now
passing their
dancing,
phone around.
No. If you got no rhythm, don't dance.
Somebody's passing their phone around over there. That's a good thing.
I was going to say, if you got no rhythm, don't dance.
Let's go back to our Twitter real quick while we can.
Any more questions?
There's still about close
about 3 minutes. Let's go. We'll get about 5 minutes actually total.
Jacob Taylor says, let's go, Big Red, bring it back. We're cheering you on.
Man, is everybody back home texting us from Belfry?
They are, man. They must be a technology city, I'm telling you. They must be one of those, read about those gigabyte cities.
Well, they're taking us seriously. We said blow us up, and they are.
they actually, my phone is.
It can't keep up.
Yeah. So here we go. Who do you think will win this game? And
well, right now Belfry's looking pretty good at 20-6. However, they got to find an answer for Askew, and if you're Paducah, you got to get the ball to Askew, number 8. He is a beast when he gets ahead of steam.
Jason Sesko again says, good choice for Class 3A.
I'd be a fool not to. As many listeners and viewers as we got, we don't want to lose all our viewers.
It says,
but truthfully, to be honest with you, Belfry is probably the Class of 3A this year.
All right, so here's one.
And that's not because we have so many viewers and listeners. That's just honesty.
It says, Belfry family, brace yourself. P-Town, stand up, a.k.a. Mr. Conversational Motivator, Coach Fleming. Shout out to all my little pit bull number 96. Mary Conley says, why do you think no one can stop Belfry's wishbone? Y'all are still doing great. why can't nobody
stop the wishbone? It's simple. You've got 3 running backs in the backfield. You got a really good running quarterback. That's 4 different options.
Yeah.
And if the quarterback is good with his hands to hide the football, it is very hard to find the ball. So,
he's got a really good action fake out there.
Yes, he does.
And that's really
his
what
backs
sells
hit the hole hard, which means you got to make sure that back that's going through first or second doesn't have the ball, and it takes a little time to locate the football.
Yeah, so the key to that, and I think Darren agrees with me, is the play action fake there.
Well, but here's the thing.
Here's
the other thing, too. The 5 guys up front.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go with 2 tight ends, those 7 guys on the line that don't get a lot of credit, everybody knows their name when they make a mistake, whether it be a holding penalty or whatever. But those 5 guys, those 5 linemen, the 2 guards, your 2 tackles, and your center, and then your tight ends, they have to block and be able to open up holes for things to go well, too.
I understand. Well, time in the half is ticking down, and I apologize, folks. We didn't put the half marker up there for you. It still says second, but we're getting ready to go into the third. You guys know we were in halftime, though. We're showing the crowd over there.
Give me a couple other questions. That one, don't make it too tough, though.
Good picks and good analysis, Jason says. And then Austin Blake Hatfield is retweeting us.
Jason, I'm going to go back on my 6A pick, not Simon Kenton. I sat here and had a brain cramp. My brain totally shut down, and I think, my late mother just tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, don't forget this team." How about Louisville Male, the number 1 defensive team in the state? They've given up a total of 68 points in 10 games.
The only problem with that is
they got to go Trinity, St. X, or Manual.
Yeah, so it's hard. Right. By the time they get through
Chris
those,
Wolf.
they're beat up.
Yeah, I can't go against Chris Wolf and Male. My fault. My sleeper team's still Dixie Heights.
All right. So here we go.
Jason, is that okay? Text me and say if that's okay if I can change my mind.
Here's a good tweet here from Tim. He says a F5's about to land right here at Lexington Catholic High School. He said an F5, the tornado's about to shock the world and come back.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they got a long talking to in the locker room at halftime. They're just now coming back out on the field. They'll get the second half kickoff.
Anthony Austin's got a good
and Cook will kick
question.
Off for Belfry. We'll answer it here between plays. How about that?
What about McCracken County for 6A?
Possibility, but you still got to go. Everything's going to go through the Louisville area.
Yeah, I don't think McCracken's going to be cracking very far in the playoffs. I mean, they may get a couple weeks in, but
Colby Krim on
tough.
The return for Paducah. They get it to start the second half at their own 40-yard line. McCracken is going to be okay, but they're in the same half of the bracket of the state playoffs with, as we mentioned, Male, Trinity, St. X, Manual, and we can't forget Meade County, the state runner-up a year ago.
How do you think Belfry's going to come, good or bad? I don't know.
I don't understand the question. Can they be a little bit more specific with it? They give it on the end around to Askew. He splits the defenders, gets it up over the 45. He's into the secondary. He's at the 40, the 35, the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Paducah. No flags. 60 yards, 1 play, and it's a 1-score game.
Tim might have been right. I think that F5 just showed up.
Well, I told you they're going to – if I'm Paducah's head coach and their coaching staff, and especially the offensive coordinator, I'm trying to get the ball to number 8 in any way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it's by a screen, end around like they just had, handing him the ball directly out of the eye, whether he's running the Wildcat. I got to get him the ball because he's dangerous, and he just proved it as he goes 60 yards for the touchdown.
Got a Mel fan here that says – it's okay to change your mind, Aaron Douglas.
Thank you. Whew. I completely had a brain lapse. I really did. I forgot about Male down there in the 6A. And Chris Wolf's done a great job at that program. He has an unbelievable defense as we get a delay of game against Paducah, but they have only given up 6.8 points per ball game.
And again, you know, I don't mean this bad towards Scott County at all, Darren. I just don't like them. I just don't like them, Darren. I ain't going to lie.
What, Mayo?
No, Scott County,
well,
but they're the best.
They're a good
Let's
ball
be honest,
club.
they're the best.
You know what? I tell you, I have seen Mayo. I've seen Scott County play both in person, and that would be a whale of a championship game. Don't get me wrong.
And it's not Scott County football. I shouldn't say that. I just don't like them. But
yeah, they pitch it back to Freeman, and he's going to be stopped shy of the goal line on the 2-point on the 2-point conversion.
I just don't like the basketball. Scott County's bad. You know how they got the ninth grade only school, and then you got that, and then you take players from, for example, East Jessamine had their best player go to Scott County this year.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know what you say about that. I don't know. But anyway, we have a Belfry
that's
Pirate
what I'm talking about.
Injured down at the 11-yard line. We've already had Seth Mounts for Belfry taken off via the golf cart. We have not received any news on him.
They say it's a Wing T special coming at everybody here. Talking about the Go Big Blue Paducah fan here. And then let's go Blue beat Belfry, Tim says. And then PrepSpin number 62, middle linebacker for Paducah, Tillman. What do you think about us in the playoffs this year? Go Paducah middle.
Being here in Central Kentucky, we don't get enough news about teams from the western part of the state. Although I am familiar with the Paducah program, you lost a heck of a coach in Perry Thomas, who is now in his 7th year at Campbellsville. He actually got that program back and really headed in a really good direction down there at Paducah. I'm not familiar with the Blue Tornado currently, so I really can't give you an honest answer on that.
Somebody tweeted and said, I got them twisted that Belfry isn't a technology city. They're more about fishing and hunting.
Hey.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Unfortunately, I don't have the patience to do either one of those. I'd just much rather pay somebody to go hunting for me and pay them for the meat.
I'm a
kickoff
Kroger shopper,
coming
I guess.
from Krim of Tillman. The left footer kicks it away. This bounces on one hop at the 25 to Browning. Angles off the left. He is drilled right at the 28-yard line.
My goodness on that one.
Devin Ford literally face mask right in the breadbasket of Avery Browning. And that was the end of that forward progress on the kickoff return for the Pirate from Belfry. 7:35 to play in the third quarter, 20-12 in favor of the Pirates. This is game number 7 of 8 semifinal games on this Saturday.
Slaters want to send a shout out to Peyton Hensley. Showed him how it's done, he says.
They turn, they give it off to Ethan Smith off the left side. He's going to pick up a gain of about 3. They're going to actually give him 2 to the 32-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Belfry. Just underway here in the third quarter. Already a huge offensive play from Askew. Kel Askew of Paducah to bring the Tornado within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion at 20-12. Wide out to the right side, one back to the left. The wishbone behind Browning. He turns, pitches it back to Hensley, gets the left corner. He's got a 1st down and more as he comes close to the midfield stripe. He's going to be stopped at about the 48-yard line. Gain of 15, 14. They're going to mark him down at the 47. Gain of 14, 1st and 10, and then on cue, Hensley answers the call for Belfry.
We got more tweets coming in. Austin Blake Hatfield says, big shout out to my brothers Ben Bentley, Peyton Hensley, Nate Helton, and Grayson Cook. And can you all call us the Paducah Pounders?
Interesting. I don't know. I like Tornado better, to be honest with you.
I like the guy who referred to the F5.
Yeah. 6:30 clock running. First down for Belfry at the 47, and a motion penalty coming up on the Pirates as the right tackle.
Kelly is false start.
Ethan Bailey got an early start. The right tackle for the Pirates. Cost the Pirates 5 yards, 1st and 15.
Al says that this is a guy that goes by Al Bundy again. He says that Askew is the younger brother of UK corner number 11, J.D. Harmon.
Wow. What happened to J.D.? He didn't get the size that McHale did. Here's a pass down the right side. Hensley has it hit right off his helmet.
Yeah, that's going to be.
And I can't tell if it was a holding penalty or pass interference, but it's coming up on Jaden Freeman. Pretty good coverage by Freeman. He didn't need to have the right arm out there as he was running stride for stride with Hensley. But a penalty coming up on Paducah. Now that's 2 7th graders going at it. Hensley for Belfry's a 7th grader, and so is Freeman for Paducah. So
Jennifer Helton says she loves her Pirates, and Jacob Taylor says, "Don't let them score no more. Don't let them score no more."
well,
He's a Belfry fan.
that's a good call for anybody rooting for either side tonight. 6:06 to play in the third. A first down at the Paducah 43-yard line after the 15-yard pass interference penalty on the Tornado. Browning turns, gives it off to Smith on the left side. Fights inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. We'll give him 4 to be 2nd down and 6 for Belfry. The stop by Mitchell Crouch for the Tornado.
Lizzle Mizzle says Belfry over everything. Lizzle? For Rizzle?
You will dig your hole deep with that, with our Twitter response there. I'm gonna let you go out on that ledge by yourself. 2nd down and 6. Browning turns, counter to Hensley. He's hitting the backfield and will drive forward. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. If he eked out anything, it's just very minute yardage there. Hitting the backfield and stopped by.
Big shout out to number 28, Freeway Freeman.
Freeman again.
Yep, my little 7th grader, she says, or he says.
Is that a teacher that's tweeted that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Her name is Roscoe.
3rd and 6 for the Pirates of Belfry at the Paducah 43-yard line. Excuse me, 37-yard line. Browning cuts it up inside, and he is drilled right at the first down marker. And that was McHale Askew. And it's 4th down and very short. 4th and a yard. They need to reach the 33-yard line. He's got the 34.
Freeman's got a lot of shout-outs coming in here right now.
It's all his peeps.
He's got a lot of them.
That's the other teenage lingo I know.
The peeps.
His peeps, yes.
Yeah, you know who started the peeps?
I have no clue.
It was a guy named Christian in the WWE.
Okay.
He's a wrestler, and he always sent a shout-out to his peeps.
4th and a yard. Browning under center, trying to draw Paducah off. They don't come, and they whistle before everything, and a delay of game. It'll be 4th and 6 against Belfry now. Looked like he was trying to draw him off, and when it didn't happen, he decided, well, let's just go ahead and run the play. But by that time, the play clock had expired. So 4th down and 6 at the Paducah. Okay, spot the ball so I can have an idea where we're at. The 39-yard line.
Darren, I kid you not. I bet you this ball game we've probably got about 300 tweets. Is that insane or what? The majority
that would be
of
the
those
definition of it. Browning on the option. Pitches back to Hensley. He's looking for a block. Block. Gets it inside the 10. He breaks the tackle at the 20. He goes down inside. Did he get in the end zone? Touchdown.
Yes, he did.
And it is a touchdown. We have a penalty flag back at the 43-yard line in the Belfry backfield. It is a touchdown. It is a personal foul on Paducah. And I think what they did was when Browning pitched the ball, they hit him, but they led with the helmet. That's a targeting rule again.
Well, I tell you what, there's one thing I know for sure. Tornadoes, F5s, whatever you want to call them, storms.
Belfry's had an answer for it so far.
Belfry's not afraid of the storm. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say Belfry in this ball game is the storm chasers. How about that?
Possibility.
They're out looking for those tornadoes.
Every time Paducah has made a little run at them and come up with a big play, Belfry's had an answer.
Who's the famous weather guy?
Wilfred.
Cantori or something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
He's always around the
2-point conversion is good from the fullback in the formation. Didn't see the number, but Belfry answers back with a touchdown drive of its own. With 3:39 to play in the third, it's Belfry 28 and Paducah 12. We'll keep it right here if we got more tweets coming. Any more questions?
I can't keep up with all the tweets.
Answer the questions, and I'll ask some questions, and I'll answer.
Well, here's a fun fact from Kristen. She says Jaden Freeman, number 28 for PMS, won second place in the 100-meter dash in track and field nationals this year. That's pretty awesome. What a great accomplishment there. Big shout out to Ethan Bailey. Lizzle is very entertaining.
Before the kickoff.
Shout out to Peyton Hensley again.
Well, I'll tell you what, whoever from Belfry was talking about Peyton Hensley, just on cue, is like he got a light bulb went off in his head. He had a huge run right immediately after that tweet, and then this big, huge touchdown run to answer the touchdown from Askew.
Mary Conley says that the Pirates are going to make them walk the plank.
Nice.
I like it.
Nice. We get a personal foul penalty that happened after behind the play on the Hensley touchdown run against Paducah. So now Cook will be kicking off from the Paducah 45-yard line.
Belfry chooses to take it on to kickoff. Kicking from the 45.
We must be getting some funny tweets now.
Royce, I'm not going to say that, but that was a pretty cool tweet.
Okay.
Matthew Thacker, PrepSpin, way to go. Awesome option.
They kick it off here, and it is fielded and down by Cameron Sabbs at the 28-yard line is where they're going to spot it, I believe. So the Paducah will put the ball back in play with 3:37 to play in the third quarter, as we are going to be late getting out of here, folks.
What do they call a tornado over the water?
A typhoon?
No. I think it's a water sprout, right? Isn't that what it is?
I'm
Somebody
not sure.
educate us on that.
Yeah,
What's a
help me
tornado
out
over
with that
the
one.
sea?
I'm not a weather person, so help me out here.
I'm sure the Pirates just go right through it.
We get 12 men in the huddle again on Paducah, so we have a illegal participation on Paducah. And Paducah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, William, this is Paducah's first trip ever to this semifinals. Am I correct? At this level? I think so. Since we've been doing it. Is this Paducah's first trip ever here?
Paducah's?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't remember them being here on the other times I've done this. They turn. They give it off to Askew on the same play he scored a minute ago. He's trying to get the corner. Forced deep. He finally does get the corner and cut it up, but he's cut down just over the 25 and a flag coming in from the back judge.
Now, didn't Paducah consolidate the high schools down there?
No, that was...
Was it Lone Oak and all that?
Lone Oak. That's where McCracken County came from. That's Lone Oak, Heath,
okay.
And Lone Oak, Heath. And that might be all the... There's a third school, I think, involved. And anybody that's listening and watching down in Paducah, educate us there and let us know if there was a third school or not that combined to make McCracken County High School. I know it was Heath and Lone Oak.
Right.
But I'm not sure about if there was a third school or not.
Lizzo wants us to wish her basketball team good luck on Monday. So good luck to your basketball team.
Bringing it out here to the left. Boy, he's carrying that ball out there really free.
Yeah, he was. That
is John Rowe, and he is knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. And a flag on the play. We may get a face mask coming up on Belfry. Let's see. Or we're going to get actually an illegal block, it looks like, again. Any more questions?
Jason's laughing at us. He says the Paducah water spouts.
Well, unfortunately, the way we are politically being correct with nicknames and mascots and things now, we may be headed to that, Jason. Seriously. I mean, as much as people are complaining about different nicknames and things, we could be heading to stuff like that.
Well, I don't think anybody would get upset over the tornado.
Well, yeah, but a negative connotation because of all the destruction those things cause. But somebody out there somewhere has a problem.
Said that they'll never change their name if that's what you're talking about there.
Yeah, and we get another flag on Paducah for illegal motion as the right side of the line jumped a little bit early. But that's the case, and don't get me started on the political end of things. But since we're there a little bit right now, I do understand the Redskin situation and why people are upset with that nickname. But Warriors and Braves, I don't get, because in the American Indian things, a Warrior and a Brave are badges of honor.
Yeah.
16 penalties for 106 yards for Paducah tonight. The ball's loose on the field, and I think Paducah got it back.
See, I'm mad at San Diego because they call them Padres. You know what I'm saying? That's they talking about my friends.
Well, I tell you what, some of the ugliest uniforms in the history of professional sports were donned by the San Diego Padres. Ward recovered the ball. I don't know how he got it back, but it bounced. I tell you what, how many times this year, William, doing games, have you seen a football with the shape it's got take as many true bounces back up to people who have fumbled it? I have never seen in 1 year so many true bounces back with this football.
Yeah.
Saw 5 of them last week in the Kentucky-Mississippi State game, and Prescott was the beneficiary of it 3 times. They give it off to...
Ooh, nice tackle.
I believe that is Krim on the carry, and it was, and he was straightened up and dropped just outside the 10-yard line. Stopped by number 59, Austin Fields.
Mitchell Coleman says that PrepSpin is awesome, and so are the announcers. Go Pirates.
Well, thank you, Austin.
Shout out to Peyton Hensley again and Ben Bentley from Austin Blake Hatfield.
Now, who was that complimented the announcers?
Mitchell Coleman.
Mitchell, your check's in the mail.
Don't be promising out checks now.
I didn't say what kind of check. I said the check's in the mail, right? We do appreciate all those comments. It makes me feel good that I've worked so hard to do what I'm doing and having a lot of fun. They punt it away. This is, I think, Freeman. It goes off the side of his foot and will roll dead at the 25-yard line.
You say it's not work when you love what you do, right?
No, it's not working. This is fun. I know I kid about being tired and old and things, but this is fun.
All right, 2 things came in for you, Mr. Douglas.
Okay.
Yes, this is Paducah's first appearance.
Okay.
And then the other thing is it was Heath, Reedland, and Lone Oak. Yep.
Heath, Reedland, and Lone Oak. Heath was the Pirates, coincidentally.
Mm-hmm.
Lone Oak, the Purple Flash.
Yep.
And Reedland, I am not sure what their nickname was. So whoever texted that
I think it was
in,
the Rams, wasn't it?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
Send that text message and let us know, or that tweet and let us know what Reedland's nickname was. I can't remember. Browning gives it off to the fullback. And, boy, that's exactly what a fullback is supposed to do. Just out of the wishbone, he doesn't get a lot of glory because he gets those ugly yards. But Joe Chafin is just your typical, prototypical fullback. He just lowers that shoulder and head and gets what he can. He got 3, actually got 4. We'll make it 2nd and 6 from the 22-yard line. We're inside 30 seconds to play in the third. They give it off to Hensley. He'll break it off to the outside, gets to the 10-yard line. First down for Belfry and goal from the 10.
He's kind of palming that football right there. That was kind of a dangerous position for it, but he
hits that hole so daggone hard.
Yeah, he does.
Browning better get out there. It's just a simple, what they call a dive play to the halfback. If Browning's not out there right now, Hensley's gone past him.
Derek Rash says he says Belfry has had more wins in Lexington in the last 3 years than University of Kentucky.
Ouch. That's not true.
I don't know.
Not true.
That's what he says.
No, because Kentucky was undefeated at home until they lost to Mississippi State last week.
Let's see, nice tackle, Pirates. Awesome job, announcers.
Place the ball to 10.
We appreciate that.
We really do, because this is, like I said, this is a labor of love.
Reeland was the Greyhounds, I'm getting told by everybody.
Yeah, I think you're thinking Raceland Rams, who are still around.
Maybe that's
up in the northeastern part of the state.
Yeah.
Into the third quarter, it's Belfry 28, Paducah 12. Back with the fourth quarter of action here from Lexington. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're in store for a good one down the stretch here between Belfry and Paducah on PrepSpin.
Kaylee and Paige are sending a shout out to Colby Krim.
Colby Krim?
Colby Krim.
Yep.
Is it Colby or Colby?
Colby.
Okay. What is your guys' favorite NFL team? Mitchell Coleman wants to know. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I've always been a Dallas Cowboys fan personally. I'm talking about back in the Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin days.
As a kid?
No.
Were you dropped on your head as a kid? Is what I want to know.
I've always been a Cowboys fan.
Well, I tell you what, if you really want to go, if you want to go way back in the day, my favorite team was the Miami Dolphins, and I'm going way back.
Yeah, you have to go way back
to the no-name defense back in the 70s and 80s with Bob Greasy and that group.
I started following Dallas, of course, when Emmitt
I'm still
Smith
a Miami
was
Dolphins fan, but I don't like the fact they changed the logo.
Let me tell you this, though. A lot of people say Emmitt Smith was a ton better than Barry Sanders. Let me tell you what.
They both were pretty good.
No. Barry Sanders was twice the running back as Emmitt Smith was, and let me tell you why. Is because Barry Sanders, if he had that same line in Dallas, you're talking, this is coming from a Dallas fan, but if he had that same line that Emmitt had in Dallas, he would shatter every record in the book. Mm-hmm. And he might have played longer, too. He probably just got tired of getting beat up.
Well, they're both about the same. Actually, Emmitt's probably a couple inches taller than Barry, but they both were pretty good. And let's put it this way, they're both in the Hall of Fame.
And, being around Football University, I had the privilege of meeting both of those guys. Actually, even met Emmitt Smith's high school football coach down there.
We get a flag in the end zone, and I believe we might get a personal foul. And I don't know if it's on Paducah or if it's on Belfry.
And last year, when I went to San Antonio, I got to meet Michael Irvin. So how about that?
Well, my favorite guy, favorite memory of Football University, and I'll tell you this, was every night in Williamsburg, Virginia. I got to sit down and talk with a guy, and all these young people out there go, who? Who are you talking about? Jeff Rutledge, quarterback at Alabama. And my favorite story was when he told me the night before, 2 nights before he was to play the national championship game against Ohio State and Woody Hayes, he has to go into Bear Bryant's office and tell him, Coach, I've got to be late for practice because I have to go get it fitted for a tux.
Wow.
Now think about that. Anybody that knows stories about Bear Bryant, you'll understand why that was such a difficult. He said it took him 2 hours to get the nerve up just to get into the front outer office.
He was a guy that always said you're either 15 minutes.
If you're 15 minutes early, you're 15 minutes late.
Yeah, exactly.
They turn. They give it on the option pitch back to Hensley, swinging wide left. He's going to walk in. Nobody in blue out there. Touchdown, Belfry.
He says 15 minutes early is on time, and on time's too late is how that goes.
Yeah, Belfry up now 34-12, and Hensley's having a monster game.
Yes, he is.
But here's the thing: if you think about this as an Askew, that's not good sign for Paducah. Askew limping towards the sideline.
Got a lot of Cowboys fans here, by the way.
Oh
too,
boy, you just woke up the Cowboy Nation.
I woke them up, didn't I? Says huge Cowboy fan.
I did like Dallas. They weren't my favorite team, but I liked Dallas because of Tom Landry and the owner, Tex Schramm. And when Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys and treated a legend in Tom Landry the way he did, I lost a lot of respect for the Dallas Cowboy organization.
Austin Blake Hatfield. Here's your shout out, Austin. You're tweeting me, and he says, shout out me, please, guys. Y'all need to come on with this. I'm the #1 fan. Let's go Belfry.
Okay,
So
Austin,
there
there's
you
your
go,
shout
Austin.
out. The #1 Belfry fan. Now, that's going to take something to become that because those guys and ladies and young men and women up there as the two-point conversion is good. 36-12, Belfry on top of Paducah. But if you're claiming to be the #1 fan, Austin, you got to go a ways because that group up there from the young to the old, male and female, are absolutely off the chain when it comes to supporting their Belfry ball clubs.
The #1 fans for Belfry are over there in the stands right now that are freezing their butts off.
Well, it's awful cold down here, but, last year about this time, a month later, it was very frigid.
And we understand some of you all can't make it to the ball game. And we're
understand.
glad we can bring it to you.
Yep.
But
hope you join us tomorrow for all
those fans
four.
over there in the stands on the far side, like Kevin Durant said, they're the real MVP over there.
They're the real MVP. Well, Austin, I applaud you for being the #1 fan, but I think there might be some other people up there in the holler that might take exception to that. They may claim to be #1 as well.
I got some 49ers and Packers fans on here too.
Oh, boy. Cook will kick it off. He'll squib it along the ground, and Paducah has 3 guys having trouble corralling it. They finally fall on it at the 37-yard line of the Tornado. That's where the guys in blue and white will take over, trailing it now 36-12. Now, you can tell, and here's why I asked if this was Paducah's first trip here. They have 16 penalties tonight. A first-time appearance in a semifinal game, even at this level, there are nerves, and there will be penalties created because of nerves. That's why I wondered if it was Paducah's first time. That explains a lot of why maybe they're not playing their best ball game tonight.
These fans,
but it has something to do with Belfry, too.
These fans listening and watching back wherever you're at, you guys are getting the full show tonight as you're getting to watch football and you're getting a nice little talk show going on here as well. I've actually had a lot of fun this ball game.
Yep. Here's a snap fumbled by the quarterback, Rowe. He gets it out here into space, and that is Tyus White, who almost stumbled over the 40-yard line, got his footing back, and got it up over the 45 to the 48, and he gained a 15. It'll be first down Paducah with 6:40 to play in the ball game. Now, they are down 3 scores. They have to get 3 scores and 3 two-point conversions to even tie this thing, but it ain't over yet. Rowe throws it up for grabs and is knocked down by Chase Oliver for Belfry. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line.
Shout out to DeMarco Murray for having 8 straight games with 100-plus yards.
How do we get on the NFL? I blame that's you, isn't it, William?
That's not me.
That's you that caused this. Let's get back on
somebody asked me
some high school stuff here.
Somebody asked me who my favorite NFL team was, and it's all connected, guys. It's all football is all connected.
Rowe having trouble with the snap. It was low. Then he tried to commit the Cardinal sin of trying to pick it up instead of falling on it.
Let me tell you something. It takes a special person, willingly person, that needs to get out there with the right attitude, that can learn the fundamental life lessons out there on that football field. Darren Douglas is being taught from this level on, and actually starts in the Pee Wee division. But you get out there and you got to love this game. And these guys right here, you talk about the boys of fall. There's nothing better, man. Football to me is America's game.
Somebody asked me what was my biggest philosophy that was taught to me through sports, not just football, but sports in general. I had a lady tell me one time, why are you even out here if you're not going to give 100%? Why are you playing if you're not going to give 100%? Practice and games.
Mm-hmm.
I have to thank my mom for that. That was the philosophy she gave. She was a long-time softball coach, and I took that and adopted it to be my own. And when I became a head coach, I just my simple coaching philosophy, and I plastered it all over the locker room wall. And I said, ask any part after these 2 words, any question you want after these 2 words. What if? What if I had played a little bit longer in the gym and lifted or ran a little bit extra sprints, or what if I had spent some time after practice or whatever? And you could take it to the classroom, you could take it to your job later in life. What if? What if I had done this? Don't ever look at the mirror and go, what if? And a lot of these young people that we'll see in here tonight, we'll see in the next 4 years at the next level, at the high school varsity level. A lot of confusion right now with Paducah. They get them set. Bundy back in there now. He'll get it off here to Tyus White, who gets it back over the original line of scrimmage and gets it into Belfry territory at the 49-yard line. In on the tackle is Austin Fields, number 59 for Belfry. It'll be fourth, and we'll call it 7. 5:35 and the clock running. Belfry leads Paducah 36-12. They give it off in there to Colby Krim, and he's going to fight, but it'll be short of the first down at the Belfry 46, and the Pirates come up with a stop. Avery Browning along with Grayson Cook, and we'll give also credit to, I heard Maynard's name in there as well on the stop for Belfry.
Brett Miller says this is the first time he's missed this tournament in 3 years. He said that the girls basketball team at Belfry has started their season tonight, or started their preseason tournament tonight, and they had a 30-point win. So congratulations to those ladies.
5:22 to play. Belfry with the football and a 3-touchdown lead. The wishbone formation behind the quarterback Browning. He turns. I don't know if that was a busted play or designed follow through of the 2 running backs, but he's going to get a gain of 3 up to the 49-yard line. Marion Patterson on the stop for Paducah Tillman, along with Alan Smith. I'm sorry, not Alan Smith. That's yeah, that is Alan Smith over there on the stop. We get second and 7, 4:45, clock running. Belfry in no hurry with the 3-touchdown lead. They give it off to a new guy that's Grayson Cook, the running back.
The new guy.
I'm in a new running back. But Cook gets the first down at the Paducah 42-yard line.
You ever watch that movie, The New Guy? He gives that.
I don't have time to watch movies.
He snaps his eyebrow a weird way.
You know, I do want to see the movie Blast 23, though. I do want to see that movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
In case you didn't join us, about the blind football player from about 20 years ago down in Corbin.
Yep, that's going to be. Actually, it came out in
October. I've heard great reviews of it, and I haven't.
Well, I was at Football University's Top Gun event, and up in Dublin, Ohio. This past August, I believe, is when it was, and. They had a screener that the athletes were able to watch there in the auditorium, and the guys came out and talked. The actors came out and talked. The guy that the story's about came out and told us his story.
If there's anybody from Corbin still watching and listening, text us that young man, that gentleman's name. Here's Browning on the rollout to the right side. He's going to be dropped for a loss. Back to the original line of scrimmage. The 42-yard line. It'll be third down and 10.
Here's some news for you, too, and I don't know if anybody else knows. I'm sure they do, but Football University CEO Rich McGinnis stepped down.
Oh, boy.
He's no longer doing it anymore.
That's a shock.
But they got great leadership there. I will give them that, and they got some hardworking people that make it all happen.
Has he totally giving up FBU?
He's got a daughter that when we were at Top Gun, he had to leave to go to his daughter's birthday, and he said that this was the first birthday party he's been to in years for his daughter.
False start coming up against Belfry.
And I think it weighed on him. I think that's when his decision was made, was at Top Gun, is that, hey, I'm missing all these life moments here.
Missing my kids growing up.
Yeah. So it's time for me to walk away.
It's all well and good things you do, but you don't want to forget about your family at home. And sometimes that'll weigh on people, especially emotionally. So good luck to Rich McGinnis.
Somebody tweeting about Jared Lorenzen here.
Oh, the hefty lefty. I like that nickname better than I do the round mound of throw.
Why hasn't he promoted those hefty trash bags? I'm kind of curious about that.
I don't know, but I tell you what.
It would be a great marketing.
They pitch it back to Hensley coming this way. Actually, this is Cook. Nope, that's neither one. How about that? That is Ben Bentley on the carry. Got a flag on the play, though, at about the 35-yard line. Probably going to be an illegal blocking. That's going to be holding on Belfry.
Says the pirate ship has sailed right through the tornado. Go Belfry.
Good analogy. Is that from my buddy Austin?
That came from Jason Sesko again.
Jason Sesko. Okay, Jason. Quick-witted bunch up there at Belfry tonight, too.
Kelsey Fields watching the game here tonight.
Okay.
We still got one more game to go after this one, folks.
We invite the Belfry crowd to stay along with us because this last game may be.
We need you.
It'll be a little sluggish, yeah. We've been here all day long. We need a little help getting us through it. And that is the last game of the night, Meade County and Jefferson County Traditional. They give it off to Bentley again, right side. He's going to be dropped, and he loses the football. And now we get Tyus White coming up a little gimpy for Paducah. Somehow Bentley got it back.
Kelsey Fields is sending a big shout-out to number 59, Austin Fields, and number 27, Ethan Smith. From your number one fan, we love you. Thanks, PrepSpin.
Austin's played very well tonight from his defensive tackle spot.
Shout-out to my little brother, number 59, Austin Fields. That comes from Zach, his big brother.
There you go.
Zach looks like he's a baseball player.
1:30 left in this one. Belfry will move on to tomorrow's championship game. They pitch it back to Bentley, and he gets spun around, loses the ball again. Back-to-back fumbles from Bentley, and you might want to not look at the sidelines because that won't get you another carry if you keep putting it on the turf. The ball was fumbled, and I don't know if Paducah was able to recover it, and I think they did. It was a fourth down play, and we have an official's timeout.
After the official's timeout, the ball is going to be at the 34.
1:18 to play in this one. Yes, sir.
Here's a good one. Mary Conley says, PrepSpin, you should cover Belfry High School games. Your announcers are very entertaining, and the video is very clear. So thank you again.
Well, send us an email and get with your AD up there, and we'll gladly make the long trip up to Belfry.
Absolutely. I'd love to go there. I just love, the historic value of that trip
but
for you and
I will put this on there, Mary. I know how Kentucky women can cook. If I'm coming that far, I want a meal. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't doing this, somebody asked me what I would try to do for a career, and I try to be a comedian. I wouldn't make it, but I would try to be a comedian.
Your voice too deep for that. Might be a good car salesman.
Have you ever heard Etta Mae? Her voice is pretty deep. Bundy throwing deep for his receiver. Boy, a nice adjustment from his receiver, White, who came back between two Belfry defenders, just unable to make the catch.
Travis Freeman is the blind player from Corbin.
Travis Freeman. The name now, thank you. Thank you for that. I could not remember his name. There's actually an acquaintance of mine who has a part in all the football action parts of the movie. And I told him, I said, the reason why they put you in the action parts of the movie and kept your helmet on is because you were too ugly to look at without the helmet on. And I say that jokingly, folks, because I was best man in his wedding.
Check this story out. We're talking about Travis Freeman, the blind player from Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
He said that coach put him in. The referees didn't know. This is a story he told up there in Dublin when I was up there. But
Pass
anyway,
interference on Belfry to get Paducah an automatic first down.
he said his middle school coach put him into the ball game, and the referees threw him the ball as he was coming to the sideline, and of course he's not seeing the ball come at him. It hits his chest and bounce off, and the referee asked him. He says, "Son, are you blind?" And Travis Freeman looks at or I don't know if he looked at the referee, but I guess
looked his direction
towards his direction there. Anyway, he said, "Well, yes, sir. Actually, I am." And he walked off the sideline.
You know what? I've gotten to meet Travis once several years ago, and I will tell you this story here real quickly. As Bundy goes back to throw, he throws it to nobody over here. The thing about this is, Travis and I got to talking to him, and he told me that story as well. And I said, what would have been a really good comeback if you're talking to an official, say, "Well, sir, are you blind?" How many times have over the years we have accused as coaches and players and fans of an official being blind?
Second down. And 10.
And that's why
Charles Barkley.
That's why it's a job I wouldn't do.
Charles Barkley last night on TNT was talking about the NBA refs, and he said he called them 3 blind mice.
I knew it was coming. Sir Charles has never won at a loss for words or an opinion. 1:07 is all that's left in this one. Paducah in their initial trip into the Final Four here in Lexington will fall to Belfry, and the throw is incomplete as they try to get it out to Freeman. And that is actually Fristow at quarterback now for Paducah. But it's 3rd and 10 now for the Tornado.
Mary says she'll make you a mean cabbage roll casserole.
Oh, that sounds good. Oh. Mary, that's a deal. If we come up there, that's a deal. I'm looking you up. You better come up and let me know that it's you. Wow. Oh, man, that just sounded so good. Now my stomach's crumbling up here, Mary. 1:04 left in this one as Fristow gets it across to his intended receiver, to Colby Krim. And a flag on the play at the 42-yard line. Maybe a late hit on Belfry. So we've got all but one game played. We're waiting on Meade County and Jefferson County Traditional.
Personal foul called against Belfry.
I don't know. You keep snickering over there like you're getting some.
I'm getting some tweets,
real good
man.
tweets.
We got mamas over here tweeting us and everything else, talking about us. We could come down there and meet people and this and that. And you got these mamas tweeting us now about food, man.
Hey, I jokingly tell everybody as Fristow goes out the other side to ask you. Nice cut, and he goes outside and he gets a block. Touchdown, Paducah. 49.9 seconds to play. Paducah puts another score on the board. It's 36-18.
31 yards into the end zone.
31 yards. You got literally all these women tweeting you about food now.
Hey, there's 2 things when I go into a football stadium or basketball arena or baseball field I look for. And no, it's not a broadcast spot. It's where the concession stand or hospitality rooms are, and where's the restroom. That's it. Those 2.
2-point conversion.
2-point conversion is good. Fristow to Askew, and it's 36-20 with 49.9 to play in this one.
Eddie Doherty says tomorrow the Parts will bring home another championship.
Well, Belfry,
they call it Death Valley too.
Belfry will be dealing with Barrett.
There's 2 Death Valleys in Kentucky that I'm aware of. One is Belfry, the other one's Lincoln County.
Down in Lincoln County.
Principal Howard, former Belfry High quarterback. Good luck with your school from Naples, Florida. At PrepSpin.
I wonder when Principal Howard graduated from Belfry. I may have seen him play.
I don't know. PrepSpin, number 7 quarterback for Corbin. 8th, Noah Taylor, is grandson of Coach Willard Ferris. The coach encouraged Travis Freeman to play.
Nice.
How about that?
Nice connection. And that's Noah Taylor that tweeted us that.
Yep.
Noah, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm getting all kinds of good information here now. I'm a one of these broadcasters that does a good job of using useless information or information that people may not know about in games that are either out of hand or just to fill time on some things.
This game.
But Mary, I'm telling you, up at Belfry, I'm telling you, if we can work it out and come up there and do a game next year, I'm looking for you. I better have that cabbage roll. She's got me hungry now. What do we have? Hey, Mary, what do we have for dessert? Got to have it. If we're going to eat dinner, we got to have a dessert.
Please send your recipes to. No.
Yeah, no, I don't care. Send a recipe if you want. I don't care. Just I like food.
Somebody done said that they'll make you even meaner pumpkin roll. That sounds good.
That does sound good.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that does. Around Halloween last night, I tell you what, I don't know how it was around the rest of the state for high school games on Friday night on Halloween, but I had some weird happenings in Cynthiana where I was at.
It came from Mitchell Coleman.
Belfry with the football, 47 seconds exactly. They'll give it to the deep man. This is Joe Chafin. Up, it's Ethan Smith. Are we sure that's Smith? No, that's Chafin, 22, not 27.
1996 is when Principal Howard graduated. Man,
Smith on the tackle, huh?
1996 is when Principal Howard graduated.
I did see him play.
Still a young feller.
Yeah, ask him if he. I am sure Principal Howard, you played in Versailles against Woodford County.
Okay.
And I think you ran over me. I was at that point in time. I was a sideline reporter for the Yellow Jacket Radio Network.
I seen. We had.
This one will be concluded, and Belfry will win this one 36-20.
We had Thomas Mims on the sideline at the East-West All-Star game a few years ago, and one of these middle school kids came over and just clobbered him.
Well,
our expensive camera.
I spent 15 years on the sidelines as a sideline reporter in Versailles, and I went through 10 wireless microphones. It seemed like they hunted me down and would just absolutely wipe me out. But
Jennifer Helton's done one me. She said, "How about some homemade cream horns?"
Well,
man, I tell you what.
I'm just gaining weight just listening over here.
Yeah, you don't hear that kind of stuff.
No, sir.
Here in Lexington, not at all. Trust me. I don't even know what the heck a cream horn is, but I tell you what, it sounds good.
Well, William is not as cultured as I am. I know exactly what a cream horn is.
Is that the thing you get like at the bakery that's got the white?
Got the I don't want to say cream. Yeah, I think you put cream
like
cheese
cream
in. You put whipped cream in it, whatever. I think pretty much whatever you want. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we join this conversation in our next broadcast? Because I've gained 10 pounds over here just talking about this stuff.
Yeah, he's swelling up, folks.
Yes, sir. Belfry wins this one over Paducah, and a valiant effort from a Tornado team making their first ever appearance in the semifinals of the Kentucky State Middle School Championship Football Finals. So we will be seeing the Belfry Pirates take on Barrett, the Hilltoppers, in the Division II Championship tomorrow afternoon. The final score again in this semifinal of the 8th grade Division II semifinal, it was Belfry over Paducah 36-20. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I do. I just want to say again to Paducah fans and to Belfry fans, man, thank you so much for the support and all the tweets, and you guys rock, and we can't wait to come down to Belfry.
Yes,
there
sir.
in Douglas.
Not come down, you're going up.
Going up to Belfry. There
you're
you go.
going up.
Wherever you at, Belfry, we're excited.
Over and up.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for this broadcast. Make sure if you all want to keep up with the conversation, and we'd love to have you. We'll be on the next game.
This is going to be a long last game here, and no offense to the folks that have been waiting for Meade County and Jefferson County Traditional. It's just going to be.
I feel like we gave the Belfry folks a great 2 hour show.
Gave them something to talk about. Well, their team gave them a lot to talk about in a 36-20 win. We'll be back for the Meade County, Jefferson County Traditional game, the final game of the Saturday semifinals here on PrepSpin.